Koos, go.
Thank you, good afternoon. My name is Ko, like in co-creation, co-sourcing, and collaboration, so you know a bit what is my flavor. I'm a principal consultant at Capgemini for strategy and transformation, and I like puzzling, solving big puzzles for big companies. I want to tell you about my journey. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yes, if I put it on like that. Yeah, a journey, a small journey in 7 minutes, I hope. It started 7 years ago. I worked in a big company and we defined a strategy. And we took a lot of people in there, and when we were done, we had a beautiful story. It was different, it was new. And the management said, thank you, leave it there and we start from here and you're done now. And I didn't like that. So I said, I should learn to understand my people, how they're thinking, how they're feeling. Because if you want to sell them a concept, any concept, a strategy, you should know how they think, how they feel, what the angle is. So there my journey started. And the first thing I did is look into all the stuff they need to know. And I hope you can't read it. If you look to the left side, you see that in the past there was not too much to know. And until the 80s it was okay, until the government of the Netherlands said, we're done now and we leave this to the commercial parties. Then you got an explosion of all kind of new concepts and ideas. Poor manager. He needs to know this. He needs to know when to apply, how to apply, whatever. So I thought, well, this is going to be difficult for this guy. I'm a bit pity for him. So on the road, I met one person. He said, Ko, you have a very easy job. As a business consultant, what you do, you take two axes. One like that, one like that. You put 4 quadrants there, and you add something to this axis, and you have your thoughts. You sell it to the business, and you are in. Okay. Looking to this concept, selling stuff like that, there are, if you look at it from tactic perspective, there are 3 things you should do. First, whatever you're going to sell, it needs to hit an actual problem. If you solve a problem from the past, you're dead. That's obvious. Second thing is, the concept should solve something as well, not only address the point of the problem, but solve it as well in itself. Okay, can do. We have 4 quadrants. You tell this is out, probably down there. This is out, and there you go. Okay, you know that too? And the third thing is that it's about communication. That's the difficult part. If you do something like this or want to sell a concept to management or whatever, it needs to be very simple. So this model is very simple, but very difficult to build. Let's see one. This is the model of Duncan. Duncan is from the 60s. That's an old thought. And he said the market is changing. The market is getting more complex, as in demand is getting more complex, and the business is getting more dynamic. Wow, 1967 if I'm correct, and we're still telling this story. The world is flat in 2005, IT is flattening the world, we're getting more complexity, more dynamics, whatever, 40 years later. And today it still is. This is a very simple thing, and he said, if you look at that, you have in every quadrant a different organization. Okay, that's good. So I took this and brought it a bit further. I said what is management about? And we have a lot of managers who are really managing something. They're just earning money and doing nothing. But at the end of the day, you should be building, improving your business model. And that's all about the way you create value. Not about some details, it's about the end. What does it mean for your customer? Okay? So in the center we have the business model. And a study showed there are 6 strategies in this area. And every strategy is aligned to the quadrant in Duncan's story 40 years back. So I found the 6 strategies. First, cost reduction, process improvement, customer intimacy, creation excellence, collaboration excellence, and focus. The 6 basic ones. I asked a lot of managers, please fill in the inquiry, and I found out that those 6 strategies are located in this quadrant of Duncan. What does it tell? It tells that you have your personal perspective on your world, and aligned to that, you have a basic strategy as well. Now, I thought that wouldn't be coupled. But I did more, and I asked this manager, what is your first thing you would do and your last thing you would do as a manager? And all those 6 angles have a different way of thinking, a different strategy, and a different way of behaving as a manager. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So we have 6 types of managers like that. If we go over here, this guy is all about, this is in my family. Yeah, I do shake. This, all of us do. This guy is about cost reduction. He's the classic manager. He is on the throne. He makes it simple. He's on decisioning. He's about structure. He's about money and make it easy. But he's also about his people. But totally different as other guys. If you go over here, this person is Six Sigma. He's about improving his process, and he does get his figures right from outside in, so he knows where to improve. He's not about people. He's not into your concept. He's just improving his business from inside perspective. This guy over here, that's the controller. I call him the controller. He says, I'm focusing. I want to know the 80, where I'm earning my money, and I know my figures. Financial management, economic engines, KPIs, all those kind of stuff. He's very strong in that, stronger than the others. Okay, he knows his people are important, but don't go over him and talk about innovation or agile. He won't like it. You have a difficult pitch. Now we go to the people who have a better ear for your story, okay? This guy, back to this. This guy is the master chef. The master chef creates a solution for the customer, custom made. And the persons in the front line, like sales or service manager, are the guys to do this. He's not about decision making, because the guys in the front should do, or the girls in front, of course. He is into innovation for more or less, but it should be in line of the strategy, because he's running the show from the backside of the company, and the front is getting the signals in, and that's a very different way to get your business moving on. So now to the more interesting group for your concept. First of all, the strategic collaborator or orchestrator, I'd call him. This is the one who controls the value chain. And he knows his politics and collaboration. And he's very much driven to get the things done. But he knows that there are a lot of different parts to do this, and let it go. If he will innovate, it's more or less, he will leave it to you. He says, okay, we'll see what will happen. If you will go wrong, he will, okay? So you have a chance over here, a shot. And probably he's more about innovation in the total value chain, not necessarily products, but this guy. This is the real innovator. He's about learning, improving, business development, but he is really on top. He wants to do. You know this guy? Bright eyes. Tell him what he wants, and that's what we're going to do. He's in for agile, no problem. He's in for learning and doing new stuff. Different than the collaborator, but they both are in for agile. Okay, so after a lot of work, this is the model. It's very easy, it explains a lot, and I know you can recognize, yeah, true. So, if you look at those 6 persons, and I've met them, what I did is I defined the 6 types, and I've met these guys, and you can really feel what they do. If you talk to the blue guy, which is about process and process improvement, not going to work. If you talk to the collaborator, the orchestrator on top of this model, he's going to listen to you. And you can have a hit. You can try. He will give you some space. And if it's work, it's okay. It's good. And if you go to the left side, you're on dead-end street. That's probably the old-fashioned way of dealing with your business. And if you go to the right upper quadrant, you're in business. Okay? So the Stoosians are over here. And you have a chance over there. Why do I think this is important? Why do I think agile and collaboration stuff like that is important? I've put up just 3 things. First of all, a study of MIT shows that teams that perform good have a special habit. They're really different from other teams. And there's one word. They are capable of listening. Very strange. So if you put up the best people in a team, they will not work that good, the best, than just a team that is willing to listen and share and multiply the knowledge they have. Okay, for that, teams with women do better, okay? The second thing is that rapid innovation is part of our Western world now. We are in a rat race, time-based competition with other countries, especially in the Western world. We need to evolve quickly what we deliver and what we develop from process, product, and value chain perspective. Okay, so we need to have this. So push is really important for our countries in the Western world. And thirdly, studies of Capgemini work show that if you do this well, if you embed IT, a bit from my internal perspective, if you embed social media, collaboration, software, data concept, and mobile, you really differentiate in your value, and you can have a much more profit than others. Studies show that if you do this well, you earn 20% more value on your effort. Whatever your value is and whatever the effort you earn. This is a study proven. It was the biggest study last year. Okay, so we are in a good spot, and there's a lot to do, but choose your audience well. Yeah? So now the end of the journey. After 7 years, my book is almost ready. It will be published in May. That's fun. And I've started a new strategic exercise last year, and I became program manager for the turnaround as well. So something did well, knowing the people and explain what they do and how they think is working out. And I hope you have a small journey as well today. Thank you.